Hey guys, it's Ginny Silver doing EDD Q&A. Not an EDD representative. Equipped with my bucket of water. All right, you guys. I'm actually on time. My kids are being put to sleep by my husband, so if you hear screaming in the background, then that's why, because it's bedtime. All right, you guys, I'm going to start at the 8 o'clock timestamp right up there. Just make sure everything is good to go. All right, we have Blair Skinner at 8 o'clock. Do you know if unemployment benefit amounts change mid-claim, or are they non-changeable? For example, if you file a claim and your benefit amount is determined as $110. Okay, so I don't need the example because I know what you mean. It depends. So if you file a claim, you're given a certain award amount. You're going to receive that amount unless you have something that changes your claim, such as perhaps you worked that week and you earned income, and then you have to claim that income. That income is going to be deducted from what you can take home as payment that week. So that can change your benefit award amount for the week. But changing it overall, it could be changed if something was updated in your claim. Like, let's say that you applied to the application, but you listed the wrong income, such as you're self-employed and you listed gross income as opposed to net income, and then you had to correct it, or an employer reported a change that wasn't initially reported. Or if you backdated your claim and it changed your base period, then that can lower your weekly benefit award amount. All right, let me make sure I'm all good. Everyone can hear me? Good. Not sounding like I'm underwater anymore like last time. All right, 8 o'clock, timestamp. Where did it go? There it is. That's not it. Okay, let's see. We got Michael. With this weekend being certification weekend, do you know if the EDD has taken steps to improve their website capacity or added a patch to allow more people to certify? No, they have not. So what they have done, unless they put out a press release in the last 10 minutes. What they have done is they have a kind of disables you from accessing sometimes. Sometimes it'll block you from logging in and it'll say that there are too many people logging in. So it does do that sometimes. So I guess the answer to your question is kind of, but it doesn't always do that, and it does still crash for people. So if you're trying to certify and it's crashing for you, continue to refresh the page over and over again. Try at a different time because Sundays are the worst, or you can access it a little more smoothly using the mobile application. So once you log in, then you go ahead and you click on mobile app, and it'll either on your phone or on a desktop, and that version of the site usually functions a little better. Okay. Let's see, Scotty Crook at 8 o'clock. Hi, Jenny. Is there a threshold for hours worked per week where you can no longer receive benefits? Yeah, so it's all going to depend on your claim, though, and it's going to depend on your only weekly benefit award amount. So the rule with certifying for income is that if you earned under $100, the first $25 of what you earned isn't subtracted from your weekly benefit award amount, but then everything else is. If you earned over $100, then the first 25% of what you earned is not subtracted from your weekly benefit award amount, but everything else is. So it all depends on your weekly benefit award amount, and you can do the calculation from there. All right, Allie at 8 o'clock. Allie says, hello, I reapplied on 4/11. I first received a letter saying my claim is invalid. The next day I got an award letter for same claim. Why the conflicting notices? No notice to certify for benefits yet. Okay, so was it an award letter for a new claim? Most likely it was an award letter for an extension of your old claim, because what usually happens is that we will have your first application denied when you reapply because you didn't earn enough wages. And then about a week later, they send you another notice stating that you have been extended on your old claim, because you're eligible to do that during the pandemic if you are not eligible for a new claim, or if your new claim is a weekly benefit award amount of $25 less or even smaller than your prior claim, and it was PEUC, then you can stay on that old claim. So that would be the reason why you received 2 notices. All right, you guys. As I'm scrolling down, I'm going to remind you that during a live stream, I try to do as many questions as I possibly can, but I can never get all of them. So I do have to skip around. So I'm not going to get all of the questions. So if I don't get yours, you can re-ask it every 15 minutes. Okay, Jane, at 8 o'clock, I'm worried about ID me process as I've moved a lot without congruent addresses on things like phone, bank, driver's license. That might be a problem for you, unfortunately. ID me can get held up if you, number one, have a lock on your credit report. So if any of you that are trying to do it and you can't get through have a lock on your credit, that's why. If you have a phone registered to someone else, I've had claimants tell me that they had a family plan and they couldn't get verified because of that, or they were their plan was in their husband's name but not theirs, etc. So if something doesn't line up, then it might reject you, and then you will need to do a video chat with a trusted referee, which is their silly name for their employees. Now, if you're trying to get a video chat, I do not recommend trying to do it during normal business hours. I would try to do it between 12 a.m. and 5 a.m. because that is the shortest wait time. And then if you do continue to have issues, this sounds really stupid, but every time I share this, I feel silly. But the way to get help from ID me the fastest is to go on Twitter. If you don't have an account, make an account, and then send out a tweet to the CEO who is named Blake Hall. And it says ID me CEO on his Twitter account. So you'll see it there. And then his staff answers you there. All right. Joel at 8 o'clock. When will California reinstate the job search requirements? It doesn't seem like they will soon, but Biden did say a couple weeks ago that he wants that. So probably in July. There's no way to know when that would be reinstated. With things opening up mid-June, that can potentially mean that, but we're going to have to wait and see. I don't speculate on those things because I don't ever want you guys to confuse what I say with fact if I'm speculating. So we do have to wait and see. The current work search requirements in the state of California are that you must be available and able to accept full-time work, but you do not have to actively be searching for work. With that being said, if you certify that no, you are not looking for work, that can oftentimes get you tripped up in a stop payment alert in EDD's computer system, which means that you then have to do a phone interview. So even though it's not required, I do still recommend that you state that you are looking for work and then actually look for work so that it's true. That way you avoid stop payment alert. All right, you guys. So tonight, one thing I didn't say, tonight I have super stickers and super chat where you donate money and your question pops up to the top. I have that turned off. So if any of you guys are wondering where that is, I have it turned off so that all my questions can be pulled directly from the chat. Okay, scrolling down. Let's see. We are at 8:05 p.m. 8:04. Janine. My name is Ginny. I spoke to somebody at EDD and they released my first 2 weeks of my brand new benefit year, but I also received a letter stating that I was only going to receive $89 per week. Okay, and then I see a little more of your question down here. And I had to register for CalWorks, but they released my first 2 weeks of my old unemployment claim for $259 a week. But this letter stating that I'm only going to receive $89 a week, what should I do? Okay, so if you're only going to receive $89 a week, and let's see, you were on, I think you were on PEUC before. If you were on PEUC previously, then if your benefit award amount is $25 less than your old weekly benefit award amount, then you qualify to stay on that one. So my guess, as long as you were collecting PEUC before and not Fed Ed, because unfortunately it doesn't apply to Fed Ed, my guess would be that next you're going to receive an award letter stating that you qualify to remain on your old claim. So I do think that that's what will happen next for you. Okay, let me just see if I'm good. Perfect. All right. Sandra Smith at 8:05. I received EDD emails saying time to certify 5 times. No money yet or any information. Why? Am I red flagged? Do I need to something? Okay. So if you are told that you need to certify and you certified Are they pending? Go in your transactions history, go to claims history, and see if they're pending. If they're pending, first thing is, are you within your benefit year? If you're UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed, you're required to file a new claim when you reach the end of your benefit year, which is 12 months after your claim start date. So if you're outside of those parameters, even if it says on extension, you're pending because you need to file a new claim. Now, if you're PUA, you don't have to file a new claim. That wouldn't apply to you. Now, if you're pending for another reason, are you pending because you have a brand new claim? If you had to file a new claim due to reaching the end of your benefit year, or you are brand new and those are the certifications that aren't paid and those are stuck in pending, then it would be because your new claim has been sent out to a third party to review it for additional fraud protections. EDD sends the claim out to Thomson Reuters and they do fraud checks on it, and it takes up to 3 weeks. During that time, if you call into customer service, they can't do anything to help it along because it's a third party doing the check and they have to wait for it to come back in. Any other reasons for pending, you are most likely going to need to call into customer service to get it fixed. Now, if you're calling into customer service and you can't get through, then you can contact your assembly members and they're able to help kind of act on your behalf between you and EDD. You can try my how to call phone trick, which Michael, who's moderating, can drop in the chat box. And you can try Claimer if it's right for you. Those are all things to try if you're trying to get through to fix that. Okay, scrolling down. Okay. RT at 8:05, are you familiar with the California Training Benefits Program? So I am mildly. About 2-3 weeks ago, I did a video where I did Q&A with an EDD attorney who specializes in appeals and other EDD-related issues. And he brought that up in our Q&A. So if you go to my channel home and you look up Pershing Square Law, his video will pop up and you're going to be able to see his information that he shared with me on that. Now, the California Training Benefits, I don't have all the information memorized. So I want you to go over and look at that video. But you may be eligible to receive continued benefits once your regular unemployment ends if you are enrolling in a full-time training program and it's approved by EDD, and you have to apply for it very early on in your claim. I don't remember the exact date, so refer back to the Pershing Square Law video on my channel home, but it's something really early, like I think it's halfway through the claim, like around 13 weeks. So go double check there. All right, need some water. Put my bucket of water. Okay. Oh, I'll get that 1 second. Okay, hold on. Suzette says, I have my customer account number. Oh, I see. You have a two-parter. Okay, you guys don't do two-part questions because I usually can't find both of them because there's so many messages. I need my password to certify. What do I do? So you're going to have to call into tech services. I shared the technical services phone number is different from customer service. It's different. If you look it up online, it says it's the 2511 phone number, but that's not it. I have it. In my last live stream the other day, go to my live stream that I did yesterday, and I share the tech support phone number in the video comments there. So go look at that and find the technical support phone number, and you can call that number. And I'll try to post it in this video description as well once the video is done. Okay. Otto says, hi, Ginny, I filed a new claim. I received an award letter with a new weekly benefit award amount. I also received an invalid claim notice. I'm just wondering which one supersedes the other. Okay, so if you filed a new claim, you received an award letter with a new weekly benefit award amount and an invalid claim notice. Okay, so invalid claim would be if you were filing too close together or if you didn't qualify due to lack of wages. I would assume, I'm not saying I'm 100%, but I would assume that the new weekly benefit award amount would supersede the invalid claim because you do qualify due to the pandemic provisions to have another claim, and that new weekly benefit award amount should populate in your UI Online account in about a week. If it doesn't, then you may receive an extension on your old claim if your new weekly benefit award amount is $25 less or even smaller than your prior claim. All right. Scrolling down. Anthony at 8:06. Hi, Ginny. I'm about to finish extension tier 2. I have 1 week left of payments and will be going to a $0 balance. Do I certify with a 0 balance for the next extension, or do I have to wait for the money? Bad grandpa. Okay. Hi, Anthony. Okay. So once your extension tier 2, so you're next going to be awarded the up to 29 week, which is going to take you to September 4th extension. If you're just awaiting the extension and you're within your benefit year, if it asks you to certify, then it won't hurt because you're within your benefit year. But if you've reached the end of your benefit year, don't certify until you file a new claim and are extended, because if you certify on an expired claim, then those certifications will stay in pending and most likely will not be moved over to a brand new claim. So it kind of depends what you're waiting on. It sounds like you're within your benefit year and you're waiting on that third phase of PEUC. So if it asks you to certify, you can, but you won't get paid until they actually extend you. All right, scrolling down. Karen at 8:07. Karan? Karen. I don't know. I'm sorry. Whatever it is, I messed it up. Hi, Ginny. And my account says on extension and my benefit amount is $0. Do I need to reapply? If I can still manage to certify for weeks, do I still get $300? Okay. So the $300 is called FPUC. PUA is something different. So just to clarify. So if it says on extension and you've reached a $0 balance, the thing that's going to make you need to file a new claim and reapply is going to be if you've reached the end of your benefit year. So that actually has nothing to do with your balance. So what you want to check is you want to go to UI Online dashboard, look at your claim start date, and count 12 months after that. I know it says extension, but do it anyway. Count out 12 months. If you are outside of that year's worth of benefits, then you must file a new claim. If you're within that year's worth of benefits, you've not passed that year mark yet, then you can go ahead and await the next phase of the extension. Once you reach a $0 balance and you're within your benefit year, about a week later, the EDD will send you a notice stating that you have received an extension. And then about a week after that, you should be able to certify with additional balance. If they don't do it automatically within 2 weeks, and you're within your benefit year, then call in because they have not been good about that. All right, scrolling down. Let's see. Michael says hi. Thank you. Okay. Well, you didn't exactly say hi. Okay. Juan says, wanted to ask you questions. I refiled on January 3rd of this year. 2021 came up for my first PEUC extension. However, they put me on my 2019 claim with an extension and can't get paid. That's strange. So let's see, you filed a new claim on January 3rd of this year. And so your new claim, was your original claim filed in 2019? Is that what you're talking about? I think so. So if you filed a new claim in January and you were denied a new claim because you did not work, because you were collecting unemployment, then you would first be denied. And then after that, you would receive an award letter extending your old claim. So it sounds like that's what happened. They put you on your old claim with an extension, but you can't get paid. So I'm not quite sure why you can't get paid. Either there's some sort of a stop payment alert applied to your claim. They need to conduct a phone interview. Something is wrong. If you are stuck in pending, you already filed a new claim. You already were issued an extension. So there's nothing here that you can do on your end necessarily to fix the problem. You're going to need customer service to help you. So unfortunately, you're going to have to keep calling until you get through to them to get some help. Okay, scrolling down. Let's see. I am at the 8:17 timestamp. Skip down a little bit. I'll go back up in a minute. Hi, Ginny. Maximum benefits paid. You have received all benefits payable to you at this time. I still have Fed Ed left. Certified week, not pay. Okay, what to do. So if you have maximum benefits paid, you have Fed Ed left. Okay, so if you're Fed Ed, are you within your benefit year or is your benefit year ended? You might have reached the end of your benefit year, and that's why it's not continuing to pay you out. You're going to look in your claim start date in UI Online, count 12 months out. If you're outside of those 12 months, then you have to file a new claim. You won't be paid in your case until you file a new claim. So that could be the reason why. If that's not the reason why, then unfortunately you need to call into customer service. Okay. Let's see. Andreas at 8:16. Is it best to call in to start a new claim or do it online? So it depends. Right now, the phone lines are a mess. For the last month, 2 months, 6 months, it's been really hard to get through to the phone lines. Everyone's claims are expiring. Everyone needs to file a new claim. Not everyone. Many people are stuck in pending. There's changes and mistakes all over the place. So it's up to you if you want to put in the time and the effort to call into customer service. The benefit of calling in and doing it over the phone would be that if you need further clarification, you're confused on how to reapply, or if you did not earn any wages, they might be able to bypass the need to file a new claim and do ID verification all over again and put in for the extension for you. But not all the reps will do that. And we're getting more reports recently of reps refusing to do that. So it's up to you if you think it's best to file online or call in. If it were me personally at this point in time, I would file online, but you choose what's best for you. Okay. Katie at 8:15. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in pending for 9 weeks waiting for an interview. I'm really sorry to hear that. The phone interviews are a really big problem right now. You guys are reporting to me on average about 6 weeks waiting for a phone interview to be scheduled. Some of you reporting less and some more, unfortunately. Calling into customer service, they won't push it through any faster for you. One thing you can do is contact your assembly member, and Michael can drop that link in the chat box for me. If you contact your assembly member, they might be able to work on their end by contacting the EDD, and they might be able to push it through a little faster, but I can't guarantee that they will. Sometimes they can help with that and sometimes they can't. But it's one of those things where you might as well try. Unfortunately, if you're waiting for a phone interview, they're not going to push you from pending to paid until you have that interview. And then once it's conducted, then it's going to take up to 10 days for them to pay you out. Okay. All right, I'm at 8:17. Absolute Jedi. I filed my new UI claim after the end of my benefit year over a month ago. Didn't get anything from EDD requiring anything additional. I thought it was only supposed to take 3 weeks. What gives? Okay, so if you filed it over a month ago, you didn't get anything from them. So they, unfortunately, are taking too long to process your claim. It should take 3 weeks, but it's not for you. I'm really sorry to hear that. So what you can do, if you want to call into customer service, you don't want to. I hate when I say that. If you feel the need to call into customer service just to double check that everything was submitted properly, etc., you can do that, but you very well might get through after holding for hours, and then they might not be able to do anything. It's going to be hit or miss. If it were me personally, I would reach out to my assembly member now, and Michael can leave the link in the chat box. You can reach out to your assembly member or your senator, and you can find them through that link and then let them know, and they'll be able to follow up with the EDD on your behalf. It might speed it up, and I'm sorry it's taken long. All right. Let's see, Sandra Smith. Oh, she's giving commentary, giving her political commentary. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Melva and Dennis. All right, spiritual. Okay, you guys talking about a troll, and I think Michael probably got them. Let's see. I'm at 8:19. As a reminder, can't get all the messages because there are thousands. So yeah, I'm going to skip around and I'm going to get as many as I possibly can. You can re-ask them every 15 minutes if I don't get yours. Joy comes in the morning. Hi, Ginny. We called into EDD, was not qualified for the PEUC because, bringing it back, and then I'll get Anthony after. Didn't make 900 this year. Qualified for unemployed benefits, filed extended pending claims, and that was nearly 4 weeks ago. Okay, so you did not qualify for PEUC because you didn't make 900. So that statement isn't correct. What you would not have qualified for would be if you didn't earn $1,300 or higher in the last 18 months, and you wouldn't qualify for a new UI claim. Now, you qualified for unemployment benefits, filed extended pending claims. So it sounds like your old claim was extended on a PEUC extension, I'm guessing, because you didn't qualify for a new claim. So if you filed extended pending claims, 4 weeks. Okay. If you're on a new claim, and I'm a little gray on your details here because they kind of contradict each other. If you are on a new claim, when you certify the first time on a new claim, those weeks will be pending while your new claim is in additional third-party fraud review. The EDD sends your claim out to Thomson Reuters, which is a third-party company. They perform additional fraud checks. This should take up to 3 weeks. Unfortunately, sometimes it can take longer. If you have been pending longer than 3 weeks on a brand new claim, call in to customer service. Now, if you are on an extension and you're pending, you're going to need to call in because you already filed a new claim, it sounds like, because you reached the end of your benefit year. So unfortunately, you're going to call into customer service. And you can view my how to call tips in the video description. Current tricks right now, and I might as well just flash them on the screen. Currently, this is still working for many people. I'm still getting lots of reports that it's successful. Don't expect it to work on the first, 10th, or even 20th try. People are trying this many times, and then they eventually get through. It's 1-833-978-2511, and then you're going to select your language, and then when they say select from the following, you type in 1, 3, 4 quickly, all at once, and then repeat it over and over again. In addition to that, you can contact your assembly members if you can't get through, and Michael's been dropping this link in the chat box, and they are able to act as a liaison between you and the EDD. Additionally, you can try one of the following language lines if you speak a different language. You can also try them if you don't speak that language, but I am not making any guarantees that they will help you in English. Lastly, if you want to try using a third-party service to get you a hold line, Claimer works. I have 2 videos on it. And go watch the videos, read the comments. People have very positive feedback if you want to pay a third party, which not everyone will want to do that. Okay, scrolling down. I'm at 8:20 in the comments. Let's see. Good afternoon. My benefit year. Good evening. My benefit year ends 11/2021. By June, my claim balance will be $0. My program type is UI. Will I automatically get more money or need to submit a new claim? Okay, so if your benefit year doesn't end until November, by June, you're going to be at 0. You will automatically be extended on a PEUC extension. You're going to hit 0. About a week later, then you're going to receive a notice from EDD saying that you are receiving a PEUC extension. It's going to be, let's see, if you're just on UI, you haven't received any extensions yet, you're going to receive a notice saying that you will be extended for 13 weeks. Once you zero out that balance, then you will do the 11-week extension, zero that out, and then you'll use whatever's remaining of the third phase, which will take you up until claim week ending September 4th. It should be automatic as long as you're within your benefit year. But if you're waiting longer than 2 weeks after hitting 0, call EDD because they're not being consistent about getting those through. All right, got that one. I'm at 8:20. Might as well do this one. Is she really live at 8:25? I am live. There's your comment on the screen. Usually there's a delay from when I read comments though. All right, Janice at 8:25. Claimer called EDD for me today and the call dropped. I didn't receive a text. How do I contact them to get a second free call? Okay, so Claimer will, that's one of the things that I really like about their service, if you choose to pay it, is that they will give you free callbacks for the next 24 hours if your call is dropped by the EDD. And I know a lot of you guys are getting hung up on when you're on hold. So your call was dropped. You should have received a text message to your phone immediately following, and they confirm, did you connect? And you answer yes or no. Now, you didn't receive a text, and that's a little abnormal. Most people do get that text right away. So you can email support@claimer.com, support@claimer.com, and they will help you and they will fix it, and you will get additional callbacks until you connect. Okay. And Michael, can you drop the Claimer link in the chat box for people who are wondering what it is? Okay, Junior at 825. What if I got money on my new claim and payments are pending for a month? Should I just call? Okay, so if you got money on a new claim, your payments have been pending for a month. If it's the first time you certified on a brand new claim, they could still have your claim in UISD review, which is when they send it out to the third-party company and they do additional fraud checks. It could still be out. Unfortunately, if you call into customer service, they might be able to help push things through if it's not still out at the third-party company, or they might tell you you need to wait. It's still out for fraud detection. If it were me, after 3 weeks, I would call into customer service because EDD states that their Thomson Reuters review, that's the company that they use, should be done within 3 weeks. Many are reporting that they're not. But if it were me, I would call in after 3 weeks. Okay. I'm scrolling down. Let's see. Ronaldo, I got my extension, but my payment is still pending. Yeah, there's a lot of problems with pending payments. Make sure, wait a second. I can do, hold on. I'm going to share my screen. No, I'm not. That's too difficult. I'm not going to do that. So if you're pending, make sure you're not outside of your benefit year. If you're 12 months after your claim start date, you're beyond your benefit year, you need to file a new claim. That is the reason why you're pending. If you're within your benefit year, you are pending, and if it is claim week ending 4/10 and later, then it's most likely because you're in a review, once again, for a new quarter, which the EDD has been doing, but not telling anyone about until you call into customer service, and then they will push it from pending to paid. Additionally, it can be some sort of a stop payment alert, either how you certified or they need more information on your claim, and they might require a phone interview or a call into customer service in order to clear it. Because you're still pending, you're going to need to call into customer service if that's if it's not a file a new claim issue. So unfortunately, you got to call in. All right. Let's see. Live your life. I think you're just answering someone else, but now it's on the screen, so I'm going to read it. I have an accountant and had about the same amount as you. When they take off the $10,200 from your account, it will qualify you for Golden State stimulus. Okay, you're discussing the $10,200. Okay, yes, and $10,200 is subtracted from your AGI, so it can potentially affect that. I have several videos on that. All right, 826, low G. I went from 4 weeks pending to not paid after speaking to a specialist. What's next? Okay, so if you have 4 weeks pending and they went to not paid, I can't tell you why. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what else he told you. If it's a benefit, make sure it's not a benefit year issue, because that's something you can fix yourself by filing a new claim. If you're UI, PUC, or Fed Ed, 12 months after your claim start date, you have to file a new claim. So make sure that's not the issue, because you can fix that online by filing a new claim. If that's not the issue, then this isn't the answer you want to hear, but I would call back into customer service, or if you aren't able to get through, I would contact your assembly member so that they can start communicating with EDD on your behalf and try to get it fixed. Now, I've had lots of people this week. I've always had lots of people tell me that they were really glad that they contacted their assembly member, but within the last week specifically, I feel like lots of the pending payments have gotten pushed to paid by use of an assembly member. Okay. HP McQueen. Screwing up names left and right. The phones are a mess. 50 phone attempts per day for the past 2 weeks. No luck yet. I'm really sorry to hear that. Yes, you're not alone. How to call. You guys can use, Michael can post the link to this video where I do this phone trick. This is still working for lots of people. Working about half the time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you do have to try it repeatedly. So you can try that trick. Additionally, if you speak other languages, you can try doing a different language line because oftentimes they are faster. And then you are going to want to contact your assembly member if nothing that you do works. Additionally, if you want to try Claimer, it is a third-party service that gets you to a hold line, and then they call you back with the hold line. And Michael can share that link in the chat box as well. Now, there's one other thing that I'm going to bring up, and I have not tested this, you guys. So this is for those of you that are fed up and want to try something completely different. I'm having my assistant test this over the next couple days, and then I'll make a video on it if it proves promising. But this was in my most recent you guys are going to see like 10 of me for a second. Hold on. Because I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so if you guys go to, let's see, Career One Stop right here. This is something that's affiliated with the Department of Labor, and it's linked on the EDD's website. Under Locate an Office, they have this link here. These job centers have a direct connection to EDD, and they help with EDD-related problems. Now, many people have been reporting to me that when you call one of these job centers, you tell them you can't get a hold of customer service, that they are able, in some cases, to patch you through to a hold line. So if you guys find that you want to, look at that, there's like 3 of me. If you guys find that you want to try that, I have that link in this video description. I'm not promising that the job center that you call will be able to patch you through to a hold line, but it's worth trying if you are getting desperate and you want to try something else. Okay, make sure nothing's on fire over here. And I'm going to get some water. This big cup. All right, RS at what time? 8:26. Need info for appeal. When was the last week PUA got paid in January or February before getting switched to PEUC? PUA does not switch to PEUC. So I think you are mistaken in that. Well, there is one scenario where that would be the case, and this is probably what you're referencing. You received UI, you received PEUC, and then there were no more weeks available because we were waiting on new legislation to get kicked in, so they moved you over to PUA, and then when the PEUC extension kicked back in, they migrated you back over. That would be the one scenario where you move from PUA over to a PEUC extension. So I can't tell you when your last date was because that's your claim, your own unique claim being migrated over. PUA did not end. PUA continues on. So that's your own unique thing you're going to have to find out. But I can tell you how to look it up. You can go in UI Online. You can go to your Claims History tab. Under Claims History, you're going to click through your transactions, and you'll see the program code there. DUA is going to mean PUA. And if you're looking for PEUC, you're going to either see PEUC, Tier 2, or Tier 2 augmentation. So you're going to be looking for Tier 2. So look in your transaction history, and you can find exactly what date that occurred for you. That was a long answer, but hopefully it was helpful. All right. Scrolling down. I'm at, let's see. Got that one. 8/28. Currently on EDD in California. I'm moving to Oregon next month. What steps do I do? You need to notify EDD of your address change. Because you worked and paid taxes in the state of California, it most likely will not affect you being able to collect based on the last 18 months worth of work, which is what your claim is based on. But you do have to notify them of your address change. So you will need to I think on Ask EDD, you can file a change of your address. So go to askedd.edd.ca.gov. All right, scrolling down. Went too far. All right, I am at 8:34 in the timestamp menu. As a reminder, I can't get all the questions. So if I guess I do skip around and I get as many as I can. If I skip over yours, you can re-ask it every 15 minutes. All right, Mari. I still have a bit over $300, but my benefit year is over. I filed a new claim. Will I get an extension and $300 a week? Okay, so if you have reached the end of your benefit year, you filed a new claim, you will either be approved for a new claim, and then that claim will start for you. You'll be able to certify, and they will be pending for the first up to 3 weeks while it goes into a UISD review where they check you for additional fraud protections. After that review, then you'll be able to get paid, and yes, it will include the $300 boost. Now, if you do not qualify for a new claim due to lack of wages because you did not work due to collecting unemployment, then you will first be denied a new claim. You'll receive a denial notice. It'll say invalid claim, $0. That comes on its own. Next, about a week later, you'll receive an extension letter saying that your old claim has been extended, and you will be able to collect PEUC extension on that old claim up until it's overall, it's going to go up until claim week ending September 4th, but the PEUC extension is awarded in 3 different phases. So you're going to have the first phase, which is 13 weeks, and then it goes down to 0. The second phase is 11 weeks, and then it goes down to 0, and then they have to award you the third one. So you're going to be able to collect up until claim week ending September 4th. And yes, the boost will be there as long as you qualify for payments. Slam. All right, scrolling down. Maui Tropical Interiors at 8:35. Hi, Ginny. I filed a new claim. What's happening here? I filed a new claim and received an award. Received an award letter a month ago. Still nothing updated on UI Online. Any ideas? Okay, if you filed a new claim a month ago, you received an award letter a month ago, and still nothing is updated, I would call into customer service. I know that's not the answer that you want to hear, but if it's been a month since you received that award letter, something is delaying that from populating in your UI Online. So I would call into customer service, unfortunately, and see what the delay is. All right, we got it. Let's see, Taylor at 8:35 received a message, urgent, file a new claim, but I already did with a live rep on 3/14. This is something that was in my video that I published yesterday, my big long video where I go through all the problems, and it's boring and depressing and all the issues are there. Watch yesterday's video. Many people are receiving a notice from EDD, either in UI Online or in a text message, telling them that their claim year has ended and they must file a new claim. Now, I've been trying to get answers out of the EDD, and they aren't responding to me about this. But I don't know 100%. This is what I would assume. If anything seems wrong, then call into customer service overall. But if you filed a new claim and your new claim was processed, you were either approved or they sent you an award letter for an extension of your old claim, that application was processed, you are all set, your claim is certifying, and you're able to get paid, then I would think that you are fine. It seems to be a blanket email, generalized email sent out to everyone who reached the end of 12 months worth of benefits. But if for some reason you're stuck in pending, then call into customer service. And do you want to file a new claim without calling into customer service if you already filed one? I can't tell you the best decision because the EDD hasn't provided information on that. But if it were me personally, and I just already filed, I would want to call into customer service to check on why I was pending first before doing that, because you already filed the paperwork. It was already processed. But yes, people are receiving that and letting me know that they're receiving that redundant message, even though they have already filed. Okay. Scrolling down, I am at the 8:35 timestamp. All right, Drea says, outside my benefit year, was told I did not qualify for a new claim because I don't have enough credits and the new CARES did not cover regular claim UI. Okay, so if you're outside of your benefit year and you file a new claim, if you don't have enough earnings in the last 18 months to qualify for a new claim because you're collecting unemployment, you will first be denied and receive a denial letter. And then after that, you will receive an award letter for an extension of your old claim. That usually comes about a week later. So you will qualify for a PEUC extension of your old claim. Let's see. Violet at 8:36. Hi, Ginny. I reapplied on 3/29 and I was asked to send proof of income. I was furloughed till July 2020 and I received vacation hours, opt time, and severance. Is this considered income? Okay, so you're going to have to claim that money, but there's an other category on EDD certifications, and you didn't do work to earn that severance pay, essentially. So I don't believe that it would affect your weekly benefit award amount if it is, let me double check what you said here. Vacation hours, severance pay, they're going to classify wages as work performed, services performed for money. So that would be income. So I think you have to claim it on your certifications, but I do believe that it would be in one of the other categories that they have you type it into. So just certify for it carefully and make sure that you select the proper box when you're checking what type of income you had. Okay. I am at 8:36, and it's Shelly's Millions. Hi, Shelly. She says, popped in to say hi and remind everyone to hit the like button. Streamlabs looks cool. Hi, Shelly. I hope you're doing good. I was telling Shelly about this software because I like it. Okay, scrolling down. 8:37. Jay Shri Patel. I just certified 2 weeks. First time. Why it says payment pending. I got my confirmation number 2. Okay, so if you certified for 2 weeks for the first time, when did you certify? If it's pending for more than 48 hours, then you may have a problem. It's going to depend on a few different things. If you just filed a brand new claim, either you reached the end of your benefit year and you had to file again, or you're completely new, your new certifications are going to be pending for the first up to 3 weeks while your new claim is in UISD review. During that period of time, the EDD sends your claim out to a third-party company called Thomson Reuters, and they perform additional fraud checks. During that point in time, there's nothing you can do. You have to just wait for it to process through. If you did not file a new claim and you're stuck in pending, is there anything else that you're required to do? ID verification, income verification, etc. You're going to be pending until those are applied to your claim from the EDD. So make sure you've done everything that you must do. Aside from that, all other pending reasons are going to require a call into customer service for them to push you from pending to paid, unfortunately. Okay, Anthony at 8:37. Thank you. EDD did not pay my mom $600 extra per week for last year. Where should I call to claim that? She only got paid her weekly benefit. Okay, so the $600, if you're missing that for the weeks where it applied, then you're going to need to contact customer service, EDD customer service. You can try filling out a UI online contact message or ask EDD, but those passive ways don't usually yield a response very quickly, and oftentimes they aren't even helpful when they do respond. So if you are missing that, then call into customer service. All right, scrolling down. All right, Albert Ramirez at 8:37. Hold on. Okay. Ginny, I applied for my brand new benefit year, and I only waited 1 week after I certified to call EDD. I got through to them, and the lady pushed my first 2 weeks of benefits through after just. Oh gosh, you guys, I can't do the 2-part questions. I can't scroll around and find your second part. Okay, so let's see. If you applied for a brand new claim, you certified, you called EDD and got through, she pushed them from pending to paid. I don't I can't find the rest of your question because I am sorting through thousands of comments. Albert, if you want to shout out the rest of your question to Michael, who's my moderator, then he can text it over to me. But I unfortunately don't see the rest of your question here. Okay. And also, Albert, I see you're a member. I'm going to post my members only questions thread probably after I air this live stream. So you can follow up with me over in the members only area. And I'll follow up with you there. All right, Juan says, hi, Ginny. My assemblywoman was able to get me into a legislature log with the EDD today. I did my phone interview. Will my 4 pending weeks be paid soon? How long? I can't tell you how long, unfortunately. But you did your phone interview. Okay. If you did your phone interview today, the EDD says that they will process your payments within 10 business days after your phone interview. So that's what they say. So I really hope that they do it within 10 days, if they're being accurate. All right, HP McQueen, 50 phone attempts with the 134 trick, not as effective as it was. Yes, it's not as effective because everyone needs help. And everyone is trying to call, and there's a lot of problems. So if that doesn't work for you, you can try a different language line. So if you speak any other languages, go ahead and give that a try. You can try contacting your assembly members. And then if you are someone that wants to pay to use a third-party service, then Michael can drop the link for Claimer in the video in the chat box. There's very good feedback on that, but I understand that you should not have to pay a third-party service to call a government agency, and not everyone will be able to or want to do that. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Get rid of that. I need water. $8.39, Alex, can you give any tips on getting to a level 2 EDD representative? So all the phone tips that I just gave are your tips to get through to EDD customer service. The only way to get through to them is going to be to call in, and then the tier 1 is going to have to pass you through to a tier 2. You're going to have to sit on the hold line, which is very long, and I really hope that calls aren't dropped as often. That's been a big problem this week, unfortunately. Okay. 8:39, just wanted to let anyone know with pending payments. I had 6 pending and got all of them last night after 2 weeks of pending. I'm really glad to hear that you got paid. I'm not sure the reason why you were pending, but I'm glad to hear that you actually got paid and that you're all clear now. Scrolling down. I am at 8:40 and timestamp. Well, I was, and then it jumped ahead. Hold on. Scrolling back up. Breaking things. Oh gosh, you guys, me and my technical difficulties. At least I have audio this time. At least my video doesn't shut off. That one. Okay, Christopher says, hey, Michael, is there an option for me to donate to have my question answered? Oh, I see. Shoot, I wish I saw your actual question and not this one. No, unfortunately, I turned off super stickers today so that I could just get questions only from the chat for those who can't donate. But I see your question right here. All right, Christopher, done collecting all Fed Ed at 0 balance since last Sunday. The following Monday, received a text from EDD saying they auto-filed PEUC extension. So far, no letter, still 0 balance. Should I be worried? Okay, so your Fed Ed went all the way down to 0. Following Monday, you got a text that they auto-filed PEUC. Okay, so how long ago was that? Let's see. Last Sunday and then Monday, so not even a week, I think, I'm guessing. Once they send you a notification that you qualify to collect PEUC, usually a week after that notification is when you would receive the balance and then the ability to certify that next certification day. So I'd expect another week before you see the balance increase. If it's been 2 weeks after you receive that notification, then I would worry, and then I would call into customer service. All right. Papa says at 8:45, my extension went from $0 to 1.1K. Does it keep adding or is it just the only one? I got funds after it went empty. Okay, so if your extension went up $1,000, you're going to have to zero out all phases of PEUC before you move on to the next tier. So PEUC happens in 3 different phases. The first phase is 13 weeks. The second phase is 11 weeks. And then the third week is up to 29 weeks. And you can collect all of them up until claim week ending September 4th. September 4th, it all ends. So you're going to continue to zero out your balance and then wait for the next one to be awarded to you, and then it will refund your account. All right, let's see, RS, need info on others' experiences for appeal. UI to PEUC to PUA in 2020 to PUA in 2021. Need to know last week others were paid PUA before being switched over to PUA. Yeah, I don't have any info for you on that, unfortunately. You're going to have to look in your transactions history and see based on your claim type. You can see it there. It will be logged in there, and PUA will be noted as DUA. All right. Let's see, Taylor, you're very welcome. Thank you. All right, AJ Garcia at 8:47. Have sent an appeal in February, however, have not heard back from appeals board, but EDD confirmed my appeal documents. Now what? Okay, so I did a Zoom call, did a Q&A with an EDD attorney who their law firm works helping appeals clients. It's called Pershing Square Law. So they do free consultations if you want to call in, and they might be able to answer some questions for you. But what he told me is that once your appeal is sent into EDD has it, and then they have 8 weeks to transmit it to the appeals, appeals department board. 8 weeks just to transmit the appeal. And from that point on, the appeals process, once it actually is in their system and it gets moving, he said they're pretty efficient over there. But then once they actually do your hearing and send it back to EDD, then it can take a significant amount of time, and there's no clear time frame. So unfortunately, there's not a clear time frame on that. But if you want to talk to Pershing Square Law and get a free consultation, they might be able to provide you some insight that may be helpful for you. All right, 8:48. Johnny. Hi, Ginny. My PEUC Tier 2 extension expired Sunday, 5/16. Got a message on my inbox that I got rewarded the extension 29 weeks, but the money hasn't come in yet to my UI account. Should I worry? Okay, so your Tier 2 expired on Sunday, 5/16. That's recent. And then you got a message that you're awarded 29 weeks. So once you receive a notification that you've been awarded a new extension, plan on another week for you to then see the balance and the ability to certify. If you've been at a $0 balance for over 2 weeks and that hasn't come through, then I would call into customer service. It usually, and it should go through automatically. However, many are reporting that they're having problems with it being automatic. So if it's been longer than 2 weeks after you receive that award letter, then I would call into customer service. Okay, get out of here. All right, scroll down. Let's see, I'm at 8:50. Let's see. Mr. Heck says, Ginny, thank you. They need you over at EDD to run it and get rid of the employees that stole your money. So you guys are always telling me that, and I would not be able to fix their problems. And then you guys just wouldn't like me. So I think I serve you better being more of an advocate and more on your side because I would not be able to fix their problems, unfortunately. But thank you. Also, I wouldn't want that job, and I wouldn't take it if it were offered to me. I will always be self-employed. Okay. Cup is as big as my face. All right. Kima says, I've been under review for over 2 months now. Send in my docs to verify identity, and each rep tells me to wait another week. Even escalated my claim and still nothing. What should I do next? Okay. You've been under review for 2 months. I'm really sorry to hear that. So next, if I were you, I would contact your assembly member, and Michael can drop that link in the chat box for you right now. Contact your assembly member. They have been really great in most cases, acting as a liaison between EDD claimants and the EDD, and they will follow up with the EDD on your behalf, and sometimes they can push things through faster. So I would contact your assembly member and try to go that route next. Okay. Wendy at 8:51, if you are on the 29-week extension and on September 4th, you're only paid 19 weeks, do you get to collect the other 10 weeks from California EDD? Okay, so no. So PEUC has a hard end date of claim week ending September 4th. The American Rescue Plan Act ends PEUC on September 6th. In the state of California, our unemployment week ends September 4th. So that's the last week that you can collect that. Unless there is some type of legislation that extends PEUC, no, you are not able to collect any remaining balance after September 4th. What you might be eligible to collect would be if you qualify for a Fed Ed extension and if Fed Ed is still activated. In order for Fed Ed to be activated, you must have an unemployment rate that is above 6%. 6% unemployment rate and above. There's also another calculation, and if it's 5.5%, but 125% higher than the last 2 years, it's confusing, then Fed Ed is activated. So 6% unemployment rate or above, Fed Ed is going to be active. So you might qualify to go on a Fed Ed extension, but PEUC will not continue unless there is additional legislation passed. All right. What time is it? It's 9. Okay, I'm going to do 10 more minutes worth of questions, and then I will be all done. Let's see. Kawhi Love says, hi, I filed a new claim. This is at 8:52. I got an award letter, non-working customer account number, notice of determination letter, but there is no certify button. What should I do? Okay, so okay, there's a few different things here. Okay, so if you filed a new claim, you got an award letter, so you did qualify for a new claim. They sent you a new customer account number, but that doesn't work. Doesn't work because they're going to continue your claim on your old customer account number. On that notice, it usually states, somewhere small and weird, it usually states that if you already have one, to disregard this notice. So if it rejects it, that's why. It's going to be funded to your old claim. Now, if you received let's see, there's no certify button. Once you receive your award letter, about a week later, then you should see the balance and be able to certify. So they're most likely still processing it, and you're going to see it show up in that old account soon. If it doesn't come through within 2 weeks, then I would call into customer service. My guess is just that you are still waiting for it to come through. Okay, Pablo at 8:52 says, anyone help me? I will help you. I have 7 weeks pending from December through first week of February. They're not answering my calls. Okay, December through February. I'm sorry to hear that. So if you reach the end of your benefit year and your UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed 12 months after your claim start date, then your claim expired and you need to file a new claim. Your pending weeks will be pending until you file a new claim and you're processed that way. Now, if you did file a new claim and those pending weeks remained pending, but you were paid for other weeks, it could be because you qualified for a new claim, but those old pending weeks will not be automatically migrated over. So you do need to contact customer service to do that. Now, you can try backdating your claim if that's your case by using Ask EDD. And you can see if you can backdate it, but you might need to call into customer service for that. All other pending reasons, unfortunately, you're going to need to also call customer service. All right, scrolling down. I am going to go ahead and get about 5 more minutes worth of questions. And then see how many I can do. Let's see. That one. Michael at 9:01, text from EDD that they're processing my application. Additional information. Dog text me. How long is the wait? Well, Michael, let me try again. Text from EDD that they are processing my application. Anthony. Additional information. Dog text me. How long is the wait? I think those are typos from your phone. Okay, so if they're processing your application, it can take up to 3 weeks for them to process and either approve or deny your application. Once they approve your application, you're going to receive an award letter and the ability to certify. And then once you certify, those new certifications are going to be pending for up to 3 weeks while your new claim is in a third-party fraud review. So just anticipate that as a hold. All right. Let me see what's happening. Okay. Scroll down. When does PUA end at 9:02? PUA ends claim week ending September 4th. That's the last date that you can collect your PUA or PEUC, unless there's additional legislation passed. All right, Lori says, Lori's talking to someone else. Soho, California Vintage. I use the automated calling company you recommend with the $5 coupon, correcting you, and it completely worked this morning. They lifted the pending. I will be pending. I have been pending since March 30th. Will get money in 1 to 2 days. I'm really glad to hear that. Yeah, lots of people, if you view my videos on them, so they're called Claimer. Michael can drop the link in the chat box right now. The link saves you $5, and it's an affiliate link, so I earn income from it too. Watch the videos. I have one video where I'm testing the service, and then I test a second one. I didn't state an opinion in that video, but it's pretty clear to see that Claimer is the stronger of the two. And the thing that I like is that if you have your call dropped with Claimer, they will redial for you until you are connected and actually get through to talk to someone. I'm really glad that you were fixed. The other video that I did on it, which is, it's a good video because I did a lot of research on this company. I did a Zoom call with the Claimer CEO, and I tried to address your guys' concerns about them because some of you are concerned that they are jamming the phone lines. Some of you were concerned that his address was a house, etc. I address all those concerns in there. You guys can formulate your own opinion. It won't be a fit for everyone because not all of you will want to pay a third-party service to Contact EDD for you, but I am getting a lot of positive feedback from them. So if you're questioning it, watch the Are They a Scam video. It's interesting. All right, I did that one. Scrolling down. Okay, I already answered Steph's. Okay. Let's see. Lori's saying thank you. You're very welcome, Lori. Let's see. Shoyo, is there a link to Claimer? Yes, and I just asked Michael to post it. It isn't a scam. It is not a scam. They're a legitimate company. I have the video where I show you their Secretary of State filing. I show you who their bank is. I show you who their attorney is. I show you their dashboard from Twilio, the service that they use to place the calls, and I show you how many calls they place a day, etc. They're not a scam. Let's see. So, California, thank you. I really appreciate that. All right, Patrick, at 9:09, I still haven't got my payment. EDD is still receiving out weeks, but not getting back to us. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what your status is here or what your exact problem is. If you haven't gotten a payment, it could be not paid, disqualified, or pending. If you're stuck in pending, in most cases, you're going to need to call into customer service to get pushed from pending to paid. But if it's something such as a benefit year-end issue, make sure if you're UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed, that your year hasn't expired. Your benefit year expires 12 months after your claim start date. So check that and make sure. If you are beyond that, even if it says on extension, you need to file a new claim, and you can fix that yourself. But if it's any other reason and you're not a brand new claim, that's an initial review, you need to call into customer service. Now, I know that's a problem for you guys. So I'm not going to go on another Claimer tangent because I just mentioned that, but Claimer works. That's an option for you. Contact your assembly member or your senator from the Find Your Rep link that Michael has been dropping and hopefully will share again right now in the chat. So go ahead and check that. Let's see. RS, you're very welcome. Bradford, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Life with Jason. Has anyone gotten the tax refund for $10,200? I'm interested to hear that from you guys as well right now in the chat. If you filed your taxes a while back and you were waiting on that automatic adjustment from the IRS and you are a single filer, those are going to be the first to receive the refund from what is owed to you from that $10,200 tax break. So they have begun to process them now. But I have yet to hear any of you report back to me that you've received it. Single filers are going to be the first ones to receive it. Married filing jointly or individuals that have complicated tax returns, according to the IRS, are going to be in the second group to receive it and won't receive it until later in summer. So I'm looking down at the most recent comments. I want to hear from you if you have received that benefit paid back from you. Didn't make any sense. It's too late at night. I want to hear from you if you received the tax break refunded to you from the IRS. I don't do well late at night, you guys. I'm spacing out. All right. Let's see. 908, Scott Hayes. Ginny, how do you know if you need the specialist line or the general line at EDD? So you call in. There's not, you don't get to choose. So you call into customer service. The person that answers the phone is a tier 1 representative. They have a variance of skill levels and training. That's what I will say about that. And if they're able to help you process your issue, then you're all set. And if they aren't able to help you, then ask, can I please speak to a tier 2 representative? The California State Auditor referred to them as EPR agents, but they're generally referred to as tier 2 agents. So if they're, in general, if they're not able to help you, then ask to be patched through to a tier 2 representative. Benjamin, I won my appeal, got my case elevated to a specialist thanks to Claimer. They're called Claimer, and I keep pronouncing it my own special way. Thanks. Also, I contacted my California State Senator. I'm really glad to hear that you're all fixed. Well, no, you didn't say you're all fixed. You won your appeal, so that's good. The next step will probably be getting your claim paid. But I'm very glad that was helpful. Okay, let's see. You're just talking about Claimer. Okay, good. I'm glad that that worked well for you. The other thing is, you guys, and I don't want to talk too much about them because that takes up too much time. If you're using Claimer, they put you in line. Like, essentially, he described it to me as you're getting in a queue. You're getting in line to receive the next callback that's available from their one dialer that dials the EDD. So if you guys are waiting until the morning to book it, I would do it earlier because then you're waiting in line earlier. All right. Alias says, if I received a qualified letter saying the amount I have on PEUC Tier 1 and my extension has been filed for me, but a month later received a text saying I need to reapply. My claim expired. I feel like that's an incomplete sentence. Is there more? But there it is. But I'm continuously certifying for 7 weeks still. Okay, so if you received a qualified letter, an amount that you have on PEUC Tier 1, your extension has been filed, but you're still impending. Make sure you're not at the end of your benefit year, 12 months after your claim start date. A lot of you guys see on extension and you think that you've been awarded an extension, you don't have to file a new claim. The EDD is very clear that if you are 12 months after your claim start date, you have to file a new claim. Some people can certify and get paid on an expired claim, but expect that all of those will eventually get stuck in pending because the EDD is not immune from the federal level requirement from the Department of Labor that requires you to file a new claim. So that could be why. And if that is not why, then unfortunately you need to call into customer service. Now, I think you say right here, you received a text saying you need to reapply. Your claim expired. Well, if you already did, then you already did, and you should be good. I do believe that those are blanket statement messages being sent out because if you already filed, then you should be good. But if you haven't, then file. Daniel at 909. You guys think I should call again? The rep I spoke to said to just wait for the pendings to clear themselves. I do not like that. There's some situations where you may want to wait for that. Here, let me share my screen with you. You're going to see weird things for a second while I switch over. You can see like 10 Ginnies while I switch it. Okay. Is it coming? There it is. Okay, so if you guys have, okay, so this right here, if they told you that the pendings are just going to process, the reasons why it would fix itself would be if your UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed, okay, and you filed a new claim. If you file a new claim, the first up to 3 weeks, your new claim is going to be in UISD review. It's sent out to a third party. They're going to process fraud protection additional review. Once they finish that, then it will move from pending to paid. That will be automatic. So if that's the case in your brand new claim, then yes, you do need to just wait. But pretty much if it's any other reason, all of this, you have to call into customer service. So I can't exactly tell you if that was right or not. But I don't like that answer. So if it isn't a brand new thing, brand new claim, then I would call back in and I would try to get another representative to see if they can help you. If you can't get through calling into customer service again, contact your assembly member and have them work as a liaison between you and the EDD so you don't have to call. Okay, I said 5 minutes ago, like 15 minutes ago, Michael, who is moderating for me. Michael, are you okay still sticking around? Do you need to go? Let me know, Michael, if you can do another 15 minutes because I'll hang in here since I still have 300 people in here. All right, got that one. You're going to call tomorrow. Good. Okay. Soho, I think best $15 you spent all year. I'm really glad to hear that worked well for you. Okay. Jonathan, 915, PUA claim, no extensions, added since 12/26. No, that's a long time. Tier 2 is no help. Claim has no balance, no weeks to certify. Okay, I'm really sorry to hear that. December, make sure that you have not reached the end of your benefit year. I keep saying this in this video, and sometimes the Ginny haters on my videos like get irritated when I repeat myself, but you guys need to hear the same answers. And that's okay. If you've reached the end of your benefit year, 12 months after your claim start date, your UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed, you are pending and you don't have the ability to certify because you need to file a new claim. Check and see if that's the case for you. If that's not the case, then you do need to contact customer service. Now, Tier 2 is no help to you. So you have contacted them. You did get through. You can try to get a different rep and see if they're more helpful because oftentimes they have a wide variance of skill level and helpfulness. But for you, I think you should contact your assembly member. And Michael can drop that link again if he hasn't done it recently. So if, let's see, hold on, Michael's sending me a message. You're good as long as you want to go. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Michael. Okay, so I would contact your assembly member and try to get them working on your behalf. Now, Michael sent me a message earlier that I didn't see. Shelly's Millions asked, I haven't seen, sending me Shelly's question. I haven't seen the claimer video yet, but can you share how many calls they get a day? I can, and I have that. Let me share my screen because you guys might find it interesting. So watch the video because I go into it more in depth, but so claimer gets, and let me share it with you because it's more better for you to see the visual yourself. Let me make sure we are, all right. So I need to get all the way over here out of this pending business and go over, oh geez. I'm good with new technology. Okay, so claimer. This is the dashboard from the claimer's CEO. I'm so nosy, you guys. I sent him the most demanding questions and he shared everything with me. And so I'm really grateful for that. So up in the right-hand corner, you can see his little tiny picture. You can see it. This is his Twilio, I'm not sure, his account. So there he is, Thomas Maxon. This is his account of the program that he uses. And Twilio is a big name company. So on one day, this is a Tuesday, May 4th. Tuesday, May 4th, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays are their busiest days. So this is one of their busier days. They placed 45,072 calls in total. But how many customers did they have? They had 1,459 customers. That averages out to about 30 calls per customer. And they have one dialer that dials at a time and then it passes off the calls. Okay, let me get back over here and answer some. Whoa, look at that. There's like 3 Ginnies. It just keeps repeating. Okay, scrolling down. 920. Jose says, hello, Ginny. Can you still get Fed Ed after September 4th, even if you don't qualify for a new claim? You can if Fed Ed is active. Fed Ed is going to require a 6% unemployment rate or 5.5%. I had to double check the stats. 5.5% if the unemployment rate is 125% higher than it's been in the last 2 years. Easier to just say 6%. If it's 6% or higher, Fed Ed will be active. In order to will you qualify for Fed Ed is the next question. And I have a video on that on my channel homepage. So there's potential for you to continue to collect under Fed Ed after September 4th. Yes. All right. Thank you for all your help, Ginny. Contacting the assembly member was the way my issue was resolved, from Eric. I'm really glad to hear that was helpful for you. Thank you for sharing that. CJ, no, I do not need that. Let's see. CC Girl says, okay, Texas. Oh, Texas, I'm California, and my information on unemployment is California. So I'm not going to be able to help you. I will read your question, though, in case I have general information. Texas is paying me unemployment through Texas, but Texas sent me an email. They're stopping the 300-626. My question is, should I file a new claim with California? Okay, so you do have a California-related question. So you are going to be approved for an unemployment claim based on your last 18 months worth of income. In the last 18 months, did you work and earn income in the state of California? If yes, then you may qualify to be approved for a Californian claim. If not, then you will not qualify. All right. Shelly's still here. Hi, Shelly. So you're very welcome for that. Yeah, I thought it was really interesting. And I talked to him for a long time, the CEO of Claimer. I talked to him for probably I don't know, 45 minutes or an hour on Zoom because I just kept asking him lots of questions. I'm the worst nosy neighbor ever. Okay. Diana says, where do I find the number for my assembly member? You can find it because Michael is going to post the link in the chat box right now. And you can click on that link, search for your area, and then you'll be able to find them. Okay, you guys, let's see, what time is it? I'm going to do 5 last minutes of questions, and then I'm going to go edit videos and get those posted because the kids are asleep. So that's when I do my work. All right. Let's see. All ink at 9:23. Will I pay back this money when I do my taxes? I've been checking the box and benefits are reduced by $74 according to your request to withhold federal income tax. This chair is getting uncomfortable. That's what it states. Okay, so you are in the state of California, unemployment benefits are taxed on the federal level, but not the state level. When you check that box on your unemployment benefits, it withholds federal income taxes, and it withholds 10%. Now, what is not withheld is taxes on the federal boost, the $300 boost. Last year, the $600 boost, but right now the $300 boost, federal taxes are not withheld from that boost. So you will have to pay federal taxes on that $300 boost. Those are not withheld. So make sure you are setting aside at least 10% of the $300 boost for taxes next year. Now, the next question that you guys are going to come up with is the $10,200 worth of unemployment benefits just for last year? Yes, that's for tax year 2020. There's no current tax forgiveness on tax year 2021. That could change, but right now there's not. Now, if you are having federal income tax withheld from your benefits, set aside 10% or more. If it were me, I would set aside 15% just to be safe from your boost. Your federal tax bracket is also going to come into play on how you are the exact amount that you're taxed. So everyone is going to be different on their tax return, but make sure that you are planning to set aside 10% of that $300 boost as well. Okay. I am, let's see. Thank you very much. Tracy Walker. I was fed ed and reached my zero balance. The rep was rude and said there's no such thing as rolling over. You have to reapply. I'm really sorry you're got a not helpful representative who's rude to you. So they're going to tell you different things, unfortunately. If you did not qualify, if you don't qualify for a new claim because you didn't work or earn any income, when you call into customer service, sometimes they will bypass the need to file a new claim for you because they can input that information and update your information that the Department of Labor needs into your account, and then they can file the extension. But not all of them will do that. And more these days are reporting that they will not do that. So if they told you they won't do that, then you will need to file a new claim. You can try calling in again if you want to try to get someone else, but unfortunately you might receive the same response. Now, what they should do is they should help you file a new claim over the phone if you do that, but they might be trying to rush you off. So if you reach zero, well, it's not that you reach zero. Let me start over again. If you reach the end of your benefit year in 12 months after UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed, you're going to file a new claim next. But I'm sorry they were rude. Okay. Eric at 9:20. Thank you, Ginny, for all your help. You're very welcome. Contact the assembly member. I think I already read yours. I'm glad it got fixed. No, I don't need that. All right, scrolling down. Where do I find the number for my assembly member? You can find it in the video description, or Michael can drop it in the chat box. Let's see. Anthony says, if we just wait for pending, will it fix itself? In most cases, no. The cases where it will fix itself would be if you are a brand new claim. Brand new claim, you filed a new claim for whatever reason. New claims are going to be pending for the first up to 3 weeks of your first certifications because your claim is sent out to a third party, Thomson Reuters, for additional fraud review. During that point in time, all your payments are pending. Once they send your approved claim back to EDD, then your pending moves to paid. You don't need to do anything in that case. The other situation where you wouldn't need to do anything would be if you were subject to ID verification, address verification, some sort of documentation, other forms of ATIONs that you send into the EDD, and you're just waiting for them to process it and apply it to your claim. That in most cases is automatic, and every once in a while they don't apply them. So unfortunately, if it's not a benefit year issue, you can't file a new claim yourself. And it's not a brand new claim where you're waiting for UISD review, then you will need to call into customer service or contact your assembly member. Okay, you guys, I'm going to do one last question after a big drink of water. All right. And it's a long, awkward silence for me. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Gabriella at 9:26. I'm allowed to certify, but I don't have a balance on my account. I recertified and received a letter with new benefits a few weeks ago. I think you mean reapplied, I think. What should I do? Thanks for all your help. Okay, so if you reapplied, you got a new letter, and you were able to certify, but you don't have a balance, don't certify until you get that new claim loaded into your UI online, because if you certify on an old expired claim, those are all going to be pending. When your new claim is loaded in most cases, they don't transfer those pending payments over to your new claim. They aren't, in most cases, migrated automatically. And then it requires you to call customer service and have them populate them in your new claim. So if I were you, I would wait until that new claim is populated in your UI online, you see the new balance, and then certify, because you don't want to have those pending weeks require you to then call into customer service. All right. I already did that one. And I am all done for the night. Oh, wait, but I said I'm all done, but now I see Tracy's clarification. So I'm going to get this one. This Tracy is a member. And Tracy, I'm going to have my members only post later, so you can add that there. You were unclear. You filed a new claim in April. She said it didn't matter. You had to apply again. I see what you're referring to. I think you're referring to the notice that people said they received about reaching the end of their benefit year and having to file again when they already filed. Now, if you are receiving a notice from the EDD that says that you need to file a new claim when you reach the end of your benefit year and you already filed a new claim, if you're certifying, getting paid, and there are no snags, then I would assume that it's a blanket statement that it doesn't apply to you, because you already filed everything and you were certifying getting paid. In your case, Tracy, it sounds like you aren't getting paid because either you were stuck in pending or you reached a zero balance. I can't remember what your last comment said, but you called in and they had you reapply again a second time. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm trying to get more information on that right now. Okay, you guys, that's it for me. So if I wasn't able to get your question today, I do as many as I possibly can. And can't get them all because there's so many. So the best way to get a question answered by me is when I post a brand new video, go to that video and leave me that question within the first 30 minutes to an hour of the video, because I usually try to answer as many questions as I can in that video comments during the first hour. All right, you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate that. You're very welcome. And Scotty Crook, thank you. All right, you guys, I'll see you next time.